Dove Cameron discusses how taking a break helped her rediscover her passion for music and acting. After stepping away to prioritize her mental health, the 29-year-old singer is making a strong comeback with new music and acting roles, including her recent single, Too Much, and an upcoming part in the TV adaptation of 56 Days. In an exclusive interview with People, she shares that reaching her current state involved significant self-reflection, as she had been feeling mentally exhausted. I had always thought that being in tune with my feelings was an advantage, but as I got older, I realized it became a drawback. I convinced myself that I was managing my mental health effectively, she says. I deceived myself into believing I didn't need to take breaks. I thought, I understand myself. I know how to cope, so I can keep pursuing my career at my own pace without needing to pause. When my body and mind finally signaled that I needed to stop, I understood there was no alternative but to take a break and address what was happening internally, she adds. Although I felt a bit self-conscious about taking time for my mental health while others were unaware of my struggles, it turned out to be the best decision for me. It's the main reason I feel good and relatively functional now. As a passionate advocate for mental health, Cameron is leveraging her platform for a meaningful cause by collaborating with Wells Fargo credit cards for a special live stream concert designed for her dedicated fans. The Everything Must Go concert will be streamed live on Cameron's YouTube and Instagram channels on Thursday, April 3rd, at 5 p.m. Pacific Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. This unique shoppable livestream event will allow fans to purchase items from her personal collection, with all proceeds going to the National Alliance on Mental Illness NAMI. Describing her current phase as one of change, growth, and letting go, she mentioned that gathering personal items for fans was a fairly simple process, humorously noting that she is well known for keeping everything. I'm a very nostalgic and emotional person, she explains. I held on to items I couldn't part with, but I also let go of certain things, like a coat I famously wore for several years and was photographed in often. I also decided to part with my studio bag that I carried while writing the album and a page from one of my songwriting notebooks that contained an early draft of a song that will be included in the album. It wasn't so much emotional as it was simply satisfying. She reflects on the process of letting go of certain items from her life. These were things I was either ready to let go of or believed would be better suited for someone else. I focused on donating items that I thought people would genuinely appreciate because I'm really dedicated to the cause, she mentions, referring to NAMI. I've always been a strong advocate for breaking the stigma surrounding mental illness and mental health, she shares. Having struggled with mental health myself and being surrounded by others who face similar challenges, I found it fascinating that this was one of the few issues we all shared as a society, yet we felt unable to discuss it openly. I've always found comfort in sharing my struggles with others, and I think it's one of the most beautiful things someone can do, opening up about their own experiences, she adds. The more I engaged in this practice, the more I noticed it was becoming destigmatized within my social circles and among fans who approached me to discuss our shared experiences and the common challenges we face regarding mental health. As she took time off to prioritize her own mental well-being over the past few years, Cameron expresses that she now feels like she's acting from a place of joy. Previously, while I loved music and acting, there was a part of me that felt compelled to prove my worth or to show that I belonged in this space, she explains. It felt like I was constantly trying to pass a test throughout my career, especially since I started at such a young age. She admits there was a time when she wasn't sure if she could continue in this profession and began exploring other options. I had to seriously ask myself, who am I doing this for? Is it for me? Would I still pursue this if I didn't struggle with self-worth? Would I still choose this path if I hadn't started so early? I'm grateful to say that I dedicated a lot of time to self-reflection, she continues. I often say that I didn't really have a life for a year I spent that time alone with myself. I made a promise to myself that if this was the source of my pain, I needed to be honest and not lose myself to it. I'm truly thankful to share that after all the effort I've put in, I've rediscovered my passion for this profession, she expresses, highlighting how that period has influenced her future projects. I created this album from a place of joy, love, and self-awareness, and I returned to acting with the same sense of joy, love, and understanding of myself. I don't believe I've felt this happy and healthy since I was around 10 years old. That's what I cherish the most.